Hello, everybody. This is Lisa Wilson from my own little corner of the world. Today I decided I was going to try to do a jar. Actually a vase. I just dropped my cup down in my turner thing. But a vase, and I put it on top of a cup on top of a canvas. And I have a small mix of leftover collars that I wanted to go ahead and pour over my jar. My vase, you can use a jar. My vase has been cleaned, and also my canvas is just a regular little square 10, like a 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 canvas. I think it's a 10 by 10 canvas. And today I'm just going to pour over my vase to see how this goes. I've been seeing people do this, and I wanted to give it a try and to pour the paints over the vase. That way I will have a vase and a canvas when I am done. And this is just a mix of different colors. It's spring colors. It's blues, teals, dark blue, light blue, teals, green, purple, and a pink color, and white, and gold and silver. Of course, I always use gold and silver. So let's see how this goes. All right. Okay, I'm going to pour it and see how it flows down onto the canvas. I'm going to start in the middle, and hopefully it will come out. Some of it is a little runny. I'm going to pour it over the over the vase, and let it drip down, and it will be over the canvas. And don't worry, it will run around and off the canvas. That's why I have it in my art box, my spinner box. As you can tell, it's already around the watch me knock it over, the outside of the canvas. And it will continue dripping as I continue to pour it onto the bottom of my jar or my vase, and it will go down, run down, and then I will give you the final results. Okay. And I love the colors. It's greens and teals and pinks. As you can tell, this side has pinks and teals, and it will continue to run down onto the canvas. And the bottom of this vase has a curly little lip around the bottom of the vase, and it will, as it comes off, it will leave a pattern onto my canvas. And it was just leftover paints that I have, and I do have a few extra little paints left, but I'm not going to use those. I do have white, so at the bottom around the sides I'm going to put white around this to give it room to spread out a little bit more onto my, this is just a white paint. Okay. So let it drip a little bit more. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, I think these are beautiful. I've saw them earlier. Mixed Media Girl has made these before. I love all of her art that she does. There's several people that I watch daily because they do their art daily, which I can't do mine daily because I would love to, but my husband just recently had surgery. He had a heart attack and 3 strokes and bleeding on the brain. And then this past week he was hospitalized again because he had another stroke. And we're trying to get things settled with that. But while this is still dripping, if you'd like to purchase this once you see it, the vase and the painting will go together, and just email me so that I'll know that you're emailing, that you would want it, or state below on my YouTube channel on the chat and state I would like to purchase this. How do I go about doing it? But you can email me. It's all small letters at Lisa C. Wilson 123@hotmail.com, and I will leave a link to that below on my channel as well. And like I said, the colors that I used on this was a mix of colors. There was teal. Let's see. It was just mixed colors. There was a dark purpley blue. There was light sky blue. There was teal. There was light neon green and purple and pink that I added. And also I put in gold and silver. A lot of the paint pours are with gold and silver. All right, I'm going to pull this up. Hopefully it'll work with the cup, because it is still dripping and it will continue to drip through the night. But I'm going to pull it up and move it over. Hopefully I didn't drip too much down on my painting, because I didn't want it to go too far down onto the painting. And then once it's dry, I mean, it will continue dripping, and coming off for the rest of the evening probably. I put it up onto my table on my mat. But as you can tell, it left a beautiful little scene right here in the middle. So what I like to do, instead of just leaving that like that, I like to take a stick, just a little tiny popsicle stick, or you could use a bigger stick, and I like to go around this in what I call, a lot of people call it wrecking the paint, and I just draw in the paint, just little swirly gigs through what's on there, like this, just little swirly gigs, and I call them swirly gigs. just go through it, and have fun with it, like this, and just swirl through it. And yes, this paint was very runny, so when I spin it, I'm going to spin this. Some people don't spin theirs, but I want to move that paint on out and through. I'm going to drag some of that white through the paint, and see how that goes, because I just do my own thing. And when you're an artist, that's what you want to do. You want to do your own thing. And as you can tell, there's a lot of paint in the middle of this. So I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to give it a spin this way and let it move. You can hear it going around the sides. See it move that way. And then I'm going to give it a spin that way. And my spinner is just a makeshift spinner. It's nothing fancy. Nothing fancy for me. So it didn't come off this end over here. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to turn my canvas around on this. It's just setting on a little turntable, the makeshift turntable. See if I can get it to go again. And I just spin it until I like it. Until and then sometimes I just pick it up and I give it a, pick it up and I give it a tilt here and there. I get around the sides and check all the air bubbles, because like I said, this was just leftover paint. There's a little something right there in the paint itself. That's okay. And you know, if I don't like it, I can go back and put some things in it myself with my fingers. It's like finger painting. Oops. Let's see. Put it back in there. I'm going to give it another real good spin. And personally, I just let it spin. A lot of people stop it and do whatever they want to with it. But I like to see where it's at. And once it's there, see if I like it. And if I like it, fine. And if not, fine. See, there's another little bubble coming up. Because some of my paints had cell activator in it. Get around and clear the sides there. I always wipe the bottom of my canvas with my finger, and I go all the way around the bottom, and I make sure my sides has paint on them, the corners. That's very, very important when you're an artist. Make sure that your canvas is covered, because some people don't like to, oops, my cats, they're fighting, don't like to put a frame around on their canvas. But if you do, you can go to your local hobby shop. Around here we have Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and we have a little store called Ben Franklin. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but they will frame your canvas for you. Or if you have a good husband that knows how to do that kind of stuff, then let him make you a frame for your canvas. I like that because it's got a little bit of the black up here that is a little extra dark, a little black. And actually, this way, it looks like kind of like an octopus. Right here's his head and his tentacles going out that way. But yeah, I like that. It's green, and it turned out more green than pink, but it's still pretty, and I like it. Alright, and the vase I think will turn out nice, and when the vase and the canvas both are dry, I'm going to leave that like that, and I might go back through and touch it up a little bit, maybe because there's not enough white, so I put a little bit of white on my finger, and, you know, just run through a little bit and make a few little extra things in it, just to give it a little bit of fun. You know, art is fun, so I just have fun with it. I don't, you know, it's very relaxing to me, very, very relaxing. And yeah, I like that. And if you have air bubbles, just go in and pop the air bubbles. You know, if you have air bubbles in your paint. So let's let this dry, and I'll be back, and we'll see the final of when it's dry. All right.